internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, 24 Hours Script, let's get right into today's video. We're about to see one of the biggest market bull runs. This is pretty much the stock market 2.0. If you missed out on the stock market back in the 1700s, well, this is your opportunity. But only 99% of the world's population actually understands that. This blockchain sector is the stock market 2.0, and a new 1% is going to be created. Welcome back to another episode. The writing's on the wall. It is set in stone. I don't care what you got to say, but individuals like Michael Barr that joined Ripple back in 2015 and Donald Donahue that joined Ripple back in 2015, we're going to get into it today. We are going to just add everything up perfectly so you understand what the end game here is. And that is Ripple and XRP, world domination, the new backbone of the financial infrastructure. Where do we even start? Well, we know that Michael Barr has been confirmed as the top US financial watchdog. And he was an ex-Ripple individual. And Donald Donahue, he was the CEO of the DTCC. And he came over to Ripple Labs. And the DTCC does about $2.5 quadrillion in total value of securities processed. This was just in 2022. And we're talking about $462 trillion in assets alone settled within the DTCC. And in terms of innovation, listen to what Michael Barr said here.
Let me say a bit more about how innovation plays into this goal of making the financial system fairer. We should welcome financial innovation as a positive force that can increase access and lower costs for individuals and for businesses. I also want to be clear at the same time, Michael, it's important for us not to set up a regulatory environment that stifles innovation. Innovation is really critical to the financial sector. It's critical to the American economy.
And listen to what he said back in 2015. I'm excited to be joining the advisory board of Ripple Labs. Our global payment system is badly outdated. I think innovation in payments can help make the financial system safer, reduce costs, and improve access and efficiency for consumers and businesses alike. And the DTCC CEO, Donald Donahue, he's on the same boat. They knew Ripple was the leader since day one. Ripple is already a clear leader in this space. I'm looking forward to working with the Ripple Labs team to deliver on these exciting possibilities. And that is why in 2023, the DTCC is working with R3 and Corda. And now listen to this montage, folks, that I put together. If you don't understand this, I don't know what to say. We got Michael Barr, Jerome Powell, Brock Garlinghouse, Ryan Rugg, Larry Fink, the head of the IMF. Listen very carefully. This should speak volumes. Okay? And keep in mind, with the Federal Reserve, there's so many ties with Ripple XRP, which we're not even going to get into today. Because this video that I'm going to show you is going to put the icing on the cake of where things are exactly going. Folks, with that being said, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Take a listen to this.
So the Federal Reserve has a strong interest in ensuring that any stablecoin offering operate within an appropriate federal prudential oversight framework.
But when are you going to move into stablecoins?
yes.
When?
Yes. Look, I think the stablecoin market is fascinating. Will we do or say more than that? Not today.
The Federal Reserve has a strong interest in ensuring that any stablecoin offering operate within an appropriate federal prudential oversight framework.
The potentially fast and wide adoption of a global stablecoin, potentially a global currency governed only by the incentives of a private company, is something that will deserve and will receive the highest level of regulatory expectations, and will receive the highest level of regulatory expectations.
So they do not threaten financial stability or payment system integrity. We have also provided guidance to the banks that we supervise on how they should engage with their supervisors when considering use of these products.
You know, being a highly regulated institution that we are, like, we can't touch crypto or stable coins or anything like that. You know,
in terms of central bank digital currencies, we continue to speak to a broad range of stakeholders. Our research is currently focused on end-to-end system architecture, such as how ledgers that record ownership of and transactions in digital assets.
We will, and if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Are maintained, secured, and verified, as well as tokenization.
We must consider whether our understanding and computation of traditional monetary and liquidity indicators need to be re-evaluated considering new types of payments. Through cooperation across borders, industries, and professions, so we can develop a comprehensive and consistent approach of measuring these new payment methods.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.